In Washington today, Donald Trump Jr. submitted to 5 hours of questioning from the Senate Judiciary Committee staff about his meeting in Trump Tower on June 9th, 2016, with 4 Russians and a British escort of those Russians, along with Jared Kushner and Paul Manafort. All we really know about that Judiciary Committee session today is what Donald Trump Jr. said in his prepared opening remarks to the committee, which have been made public. It is a 1,776-word statement, and it is the tip of the iceberg of the thousands and thousands and thousands of words that were said today in those 5 hours. Opening statements for congressional testimony are usually the least interesting part of the testimony. Donald Trump Jr.'s statement glossed over many details of the meeting, including who was actually in the room. He referred to only 7 of the 8 people in the room and named only 6 of them. You can be sure that during the questioning, Donald Trump Jr. was pressed repeatedly on exactly who was in that room and exactly who did what in that room and exactly who said exactly what in that room. It is very likely that the committee staff's questioning provoked more than one version of an answer to various points that were raised today. Donald Trump Jr.'s opening statement says he does not recall any phone conversations with Emin Agalarov, a Russian singer who helped arrange that meeting but was not present at that meeting. But Donald Trump Jr.'s phone records indicate that he had 3 phone calls with Emin Agalarov on June 6th and June 7th when the meeting was being arranged. You can be absolutely sure that more than one of the Senate committee staff who questioned Donald Trump Jr. today repeatedly questioned him about those phone calls from every possible angle. If Donald Trump Jr. was speaking slowly, it would take him only 15 minutes to tell the committee the word-for-word story that he tells in his opening statement. If he just sat there and read every word of it, 15 minutes maximum. But he was in the room for 5 hours. 5 hours. That tells you how unimportant his opening statement was compared to everything else that was said in that room that we don't know about. And so as you read articles and reports about what Donald Trump Jr. said in that room, remember those are based only on the first 15 minutes of what happened in that room. Those reports leave out nearly 5 hours of material that the transcript of that meeting will contain. But the opening statement was not nothing. The opening statement tells us what Donald Trump Jr. wanted us to know about that meeting, and it tells us what Donald Trump Jr. doesn't want us to know about that meeting. The opening statement also shows us possible conflicts with Donald Trump Jr.'s earlier public statements about the meeting. For example, Congressman Adam Schiff, after reading that statement, Congressman Adam Schiff, he's part of the House Intelligence Committee's investigation. He said today, this statement contains a notable omission in that it no longer mentions that President Trump knew nothing of the meeting or these events, raising questions about whether then candidate Trump was in fact knowledgeable about the meeting in advance.